Welcome back to my craft room. It's so good to be home. I can't wait to craft with you guys today. So we're gonna do a simple little craft today. I picked up this little frame at a thrift store for 99 cents, but you can use any frame. And we're gonna paint it black. And then, because I picked this up, I do have a little broken part here that I'm going to just try to glue with my glue gun. But I'm going to take the pieces all out of it and put those aside for the moment. And then I will reinforce this corner with my glue gun. But we're going to paint it all black. And the reason I picked it up is because I love all the detail. All the detail in it. So, but you don't have to have all the detail. It just kind of adds to this little project, I think. So I have to shake up all these paints because I haven't been home for a month. So let's see how things go here. So we're just gonna slap on some black paint. I'm using ink by Waverly. And it doesn't even have to go full coverage because we're going to sand this off. But we're going to cover it in white first. So, whoops. So I just know kind of the places that I want to sand it. So I'm going to just cover those places mostly. Let's see what we're doing here. So you don't have to be neat about it at all. You just want this to be underneath, so that when you sand it, you see some of it. Makes it aged a little bit. So I hope everybody is doing fine on this. I think it's Wednesday today. And don't ask me the date. It might be the 10th. My head is still on vacation mode. It's still very warm and summery, and I'm having a hard time getting into fall crafts. Can you see what I'm doing? Sorry. My head is just having a real delay getting into the fall crafts. I don't know about you guys. I'm just not ready. I'm just not ready. I just want to hold on to summer a little bit longer. I want to go in the pool more. It's really not the sun I'm looking forward to keeping or the heat. I'm really actually looking forward to October because here in Florida, that's our, we love those months because it's cooler. The humidity is starting to go away in those months. So, yeah, I'm looking forward to that. But I don't want to wish summer away at the same time. Alright, so that's pretty good. We got it kind of just slap happy on here. And I don't even know what I got here. Let's show ya. See, I'm just doing it messy, 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 and that ought to be fine. And because I am painting this over plastic, I did choose my Waverly chalk paint that usually adheres pretty good. So I thought we'll use that, and I am going to dry this up real quick with my heat gun. And see, angled up here. And when this is dry, I'll be right back. Okay, so here is a quick look at how messy that black undercoat is. Just slap some on there. And now we're going to do the same thing with our white, only we're going to get a little more coverage. Ugh. These things haven't been opened in a month. Look. I'm back in my apron. Back in my home sweet home. It's so fun to go away, but it's so much more fun. It's very fun to go away. It really is. But it's just as much fun to come home. I missed my home. This is my friend and my kitties and my bed and my craft room with all my things. I missed my friends and my peeps, and you know, you even miss the foods that you used to at your own home, and the brand of coffee and all the things. Just there's no place like home, right? Although everyone made me so comfortable, I can't complain. I was so comfortable. And my brother and sister-in-law on vacation did not feel well and still tried to really show me a good time, and they did. They took me to Brimfield, Mass, and we went antique shopping, and we had a ball, but they didn't feel good in the whole process of us having so much fun. I was having a blast, but they didn't feel good. So anyways, they are both on the mend now. It's nothing contagious. They both had different things that my brother was dealing with an ear infection, and my sister-in-law was dealing with a flare-up of colitis or diverticulitis, or both. I'm sorry, it's not funny. I just can't remember exactly what it was, but so yeah, they were both really not feeling very comfortable the whole week I was actually with them. But still, we managed to have a great time. I went over to my sister-in-law's grandchildren and kids' house to say hi to them, and they just are so sweet. Love those kiddos. I want to say hi, Danica. I told Danica I would say hi, so I want to say hi. And if Taya and Tyson are watching, hey, to you guys too. It was nice seeing you guys. So yeah, we had a really good time, even though they weren't really feeling up to par. Thank you guys for showing me such a good time. And then of course with my sister up in New Hampshire, we had a blast. She has a beautiful home and beautiful view in her yard of 3 mountain ranges. 3 mountain ranges that are just breathtaking, especially about 5 or 6 o'clock in the morning. They're all pink and purple and just beautiful. The sun is peeking up over the mountains, and it was just God's beauty up there for sure. Totally. And I sure did enjoy every doggone minute of it. I really did. My sister and brother-in-law created a craft room for me to continue doing my YouTubing while they were at work, and so I could craft with you guys. It was just, I couldn't have asked for a better vacation. I really couldn't. I couldn't have handpicked it better. Of course, we went to see the comedian Bob Marley. Oh my goodness, is he funny. Don't know if you're familiar with him. He does go all over, but he is kind of a New England comic. I mean, you definitely understand his comedy more, I think, if you are from New England. But you don't have to be from New England. He just is a riot. I don't know if you've ever seen him on YouTube, Bob Marley. Look him up. He is really fun. So we went to see him, but went to see him with my bruised rib. I had to hug a pillow. The doctors in the ER said, well, he's a pretty funny guy, so you better bring a pillow and hug a pillow, because it hurt really bad the next day after laughing all night with a bruised rib and pleurisy. It was really funny. I'm telling you, the things we go through, right? All right, this is going to take 2 coats, so I am going to put this video on pause, and I'm going to give this a little blow dry, and we'll be right back. Okay, so that is pretty good. But we will put it aside for a second. It's pretty dry. Alright, let me wipe my hands real quick here. So we have, it's all about the layering technique. So we have the black, so it's gold, right? Plastic underneath. And then we painted it black, and now we have 2 coats of Waverly white chalk paint. Throw that away. Now we're going to take this burlap bag from the Dollar Tree, and we're going to use the burlap, the plain burlap, on the back side. And all I'm going to do is trace it or cut it out so that it will fit in the opening here. I'm not going to use the glass piece that came with the frame. I'm just going to use the back piece. So let's carefully cut this off, and we want as much material as we can get. So cut as close to the line as possible, or you might have your own burlap. Use that if you want. I think it'd be easier if I just cut this bottom like that. Stick my scissors through. And we're just going to be gluing this with hot glue right to the piece that came with the frame, the backing, if you will. Okay. I remember when I first picked up this little purse from the Dollar Tree, it was boho, and I thought, I kind of like boho. I'm gonna start doing some boho things, and every time I try to come up with a craft that is boho, looks like there was some old things glued to this previously. Like I said, I got this at a thrift store for 99 cents. So I'm just gonna glue this right on, but I just can't boho. Every time I try to come up with a craft, I'm not into the macrame. I'm just not finding myself inspired at all by the boho theme. Let me know in the comments if you are into boho, and I certainly will try a lot harder to see what I can come up with, but I need some inspiration for sure. Alright, so I'm just going to glue this on the backing and pat, pat, pat easily because it is going to be hot. Grab something that you can protect your hands with for sure. Alright, and then we're just going to trim off the pieces that we don't need because we don't want the bulk. The bulk will make it so that it's hard to put the frame back together. So we don't have to cut it all off, but just a lot of it. If there's going to be a lot of overhang, you want to cut that off. Just a little bit. We don't want to see it, you know, sticking out of our frame. Alright, that should be pretty good right there. Might as well finish and go all the way around. Just for consistency's sake. Alright, I don't know why I was doing that. Alright, so that's what we have, our burlap, and now it's going to look like this. We're going to put that right in our frame. No need to put the glass piece back in. And I did paint my little holders shut here with the white. I got fuzz in my eye. Keep getting fuzz in that eye lately. Alright, so now we have this. And we're going to take one of these bunch of flowers, also from the Dollar Tree. They're like a straw flower, I guess. But you could use, I took out these, you could also, these are also burlap flowers from the Dollar Tree. You could also just put a bunch, like maybe 3 of those in the center. But I want to put this one. It's a little more antique looking, and I'm just in love with it. I want to just, this is my vision for this. Just a simple, elegant little farmhouse, like a lady's dresser decor. So I'm going to take out the big flower here, and this is what I have left. And I really am mostly just interested in, I have to look at this. I think I'm mostly just interested in this up to here. So what I'm going to do is try to move a couple of these pieces up. If we can't save them, we're going to skip them. So I'm going to try to move this up into this little mess up here. I'm going to try to stick it right into this stem. Like that. Just moved it up. I'm going to do the same with this. If it works, it works. If it doesn't, it's okay. Because I'm mostly... Let me see if I can keep this together by gluing it real quick. Because once you cut these grasses, they're like a dry grass. Once you cut them, they tend to just go everywhere. And we'll see if we can stick that up top here. Get a little bit more glue. Right behind here. We don't want bulk, so it has to be flat and on the side. Like I said, any flower will do. One of the big metal flowers, it's about a sand dollar size, or a sand dollar would be great. Anything that you want in the middle here would be perfect. Absolutely perfect. All right, so I'm going to use some big snips here and hope that I have the strength to cut this. And I do, and I might still have to go a little shorter. There. And I'm just going to place this right down on my burlap. And I'm going to put most of my glue on the top of my flower where it's going to be touching and hitting my burlap the most. I'm going to put a little bit on this green little ball here too, because that will also be hitting. Just putting it at the points that it's really going to hit. And then I'm just going to tip it over and eyeball it. Right in the middle. And I'm going to just hold still. So one of the things that the comedian that we saw, Bob Marley, says over and over in his show is an expression that his parents, his New England parents, used to tell them, and him and his siblings, which a lot of the time was to settle in. We're going to settle in. She says, the mother says, we're going to settle in now, settle in. And then the father would say, we're going to stay put. I want you to stay put, so that they would settle in and stay put. So I am going to settle in and stay put for quite a while, because although I had an amazing vacation, it's an exhausting to travel. It's exhausting. I have a little thing here I'm going to cut off. I don't like this little... There we go. Let's see, is that going to hold? Let me just finesse it a little bit. I think we're good. Alright, now, I should have done this before I glued this on. So I'm going to, this is what we have, but we have to sand our frame. So I'm going to take the back off. And then we're going to give this frame a little zhuzhing up with our sanding block. My least favorite thing to do is sand. Alright, even that is cute by itself. Alright, let's give this a little zhuzhing up. So I like to start on my corners because, you know, in reality, if this was old and antiqued, it would probably wear on its corners more than anywhere else. And then I just like to go heavier in little places and then less heavy in other places so that I rub off all different parts of my frame. You know, there's some beading. Here's a close-up look of what we've got so far. There's beading down here. I want to go a little bit heavier on my beading. And, yeah, so let me just give this a little zhuzhing up. Like I said, a little harder on the corners. And, make this look like it's been hanging around. And I need to give this a little bit of glue here on the back too because I have to reinforce this little broken piece. This was a plastic frame, but when we're done with this, you will never know that this was made of plastic. I'm just going to sand off, and then that helps show the black underneath. I hate sanding. It gives me the chills. It's my least favorite part of crafting, but I love the look of it. So that's why I do it. I like what it looks like. And then I love this little gator sponge sanding block too. A lot of people have been asking me where they can get this, and you can find it at Lowe's. It's called the Gator, and you can find it on Amazon, Home Depot, Lowe's. So I hope, I don't have a link to it, but I probably can get one, so I will work on that. My sister probably has the link for it, so I will have her send me the link for it, and then I can link it right in the description below, and that way it will be easier for you to find it if you want one. But they are amazing, and you have to, they do sell the little sheets. It's Velcros, just Velcros on like that. So and they sell those. You get a few of them. I don't see them right here, but you get a bunch with it, and then you can buy the replacements as well. All right, that should be pretty good. Get a couple of these little dots down here. And then I'm going to go a little bit heavy-handed around the detail here. And we are just about done there. I love how this looks. I love how the detail pops when you just sand it just a little bit. Oh, gives me the chills. I don't know, does that give you the chills? All right, let's wipe this off. A rag. Get all this dust off of it. Does it give you the chills too? I don't even know if nails on a chalkboard gives me the chills, but dusting, I mean sanding, and the dust that comes with it, it definitely gives me the chills. All right, now that's what we have. So now let's put it back together. Pinch my little dry things there, and we have a finished project. Did paint that. It's a little stiff, but that's okay. It'll stay nice and tight. And there you go. There is our finished little. How cute is this for a dresser in a lady's room or in a woman's bedroom? Real farmhouse real vintage, just really, really cute. I love the neutral colors. I just love how it came out. I hope you do too. I'm so glad to be home again, crafting with you guys. And yeah, I hope you love this as much as I do. This is a great time for you to give me a thumbs up. Sharing is caring, so go ahead and share this video with all your friends, family, and social media. And don't forget to hit that subscribe button. It's free to do so, and it really does help my channel grow. And I thank you very much for watching. And until the next time that we see each other, don't forget, be good and do good. Bye now.